1, 2, 3, let's go.
Wednesday afternoon, hoping you will tune into our show.
We exist, that we are actually here. We're breathing the air of this incredible planet that we live on. And the breath of life is quite fantastic. And we do, well, thousands of breaths every day and in a year and so on and so forth. Quite an incredible awareness it can give us of breathing. So, yeah, I just wanted to sort of say that really in deference to that sad event about that young man, Henry, who was saying, I can't breathe. And we perhaps think of him even as we're doing our podcast. Okay,
Absolutely.
so that's social media. Now, the next question I've got, do we think, and I'll ask you first, Cuz, do we think that humans are fundamentally good? Are we generally fundamentally good, or are we inherently bad? Now, of course, there's always, as with social media, there's going to be a mix of that, which is why I use the word fundamentally. Are we basically, in our essence, when we come onto this incredible planet, and I know it depends how we're brought up and the environment, but it also depends on our genetics, are we generally and fundamentally a good species? Are we good people? What do you think?
No.
You think
I
we're
would
not?
say absolutely not. I think we're the most, well, I don't want to, let me just say, I think we're just bad. We're really bad people. People are really, fundamentally, we are bad from birth. We're just really terrible people. But there can be some good in us. We're meant to be good. We're meant to be good because when you look at human beings, I mean, you watch a movie. Say you're watching a movie about a bad guy doing something, or a group of bad guys out with the intent of causing harm or stealing something. There's always one of them that would say, well, there's no need to do that or something, and the other ones would be like, yeah, we've got to get rid of him. And this person says, no, can't we let's just leave him, so there is an element of kindness, of love in us, but I'd say that's about 5%. That's about 5%. I think 95% we're just evil. We are terrible people. And that includes me.
Yeah, I mean, are you talking about everybody individually, or are you saying as a species that you get the spectrum of, really bad to really good? What do you mean? Do you mean all of us have the capacity to be really bad? Is that what you're saying?
I think all of us have the capacity to be bad, to be really bad people. Now, the other side is we're trained. We're trained to do otherwise. We're trained to not follow all the signals that our brain's giving us, or to not do everything the way we're inclined to. I think that's the difference. But if we're left to our own devices as a child, we'll just do what we want. We will be terrible. We'll just be evil. That's what we are. The inclination of our heart is just dark. It's terrible.
I mean, I think it's a pity you feel like that. What do you think, Jerome?
1, 2, 3, let's go.
Wednesday afternoon, hoping you will tune into our show. It's hosted by Cuz. He'll introduce the gang who'll make the show go with a bang. With fun.
Jerome,
Okay.
what do you think? Do you agree with Emmy?
No, I wouldn't agree with him. Okay, let's take for instance the babies, kids, newly born kids. You see them, they're innocent. They just come, they just come innocently. They play with everyone. But as they grow up, they tend to learn from the environment that teaches them good from evil. But if not for that fact, they're innocent. They got pure hearts. They love everybody. They greet everybody they see, interact. They want to interact with everyone. But as they grow older, they tend to learn from the environment. The environment now teaches them to be either good or at times a mix of both. So we can't say humans are like bad. No, I wouldn't agree with Emmy on that.
No. I
Fair
mean, it is
enough.
interesting, isn't it? It's interesting how a little child, you sometimes see them in a shop or in a restaurant, something like that. Really, when children are little, as you said, Jerome, there's an innocence. But from a very early stage in their lives, even with whatever the upbringing, they develop this, I want this, I want that, and they can have a tantrum if tantrums are not sort of trained out of them, because there seems to be this inherent desire, I want. And, some parents say, I want never gets, for example. They may say that to their kids. But why do we think that children have that within them, from when they are born, once they can learn to speak? They have this kind of self-centeredness about them. What do you think about that, Cuz?
Again, it boils down to the inclination. So there's the years of innocence, right? So that obviously, as a child, is harmless, is powerless. It hasn't really developed any brain capacity. The first things that it develops is, to eat or to cry or survive or whatever. But once that child starts becoming or start coming to that age where they're able to discern things, no matter how simple or basic those things are, that's where the badness starts. It just starts from there. But like Jerome said, the environment. So they have to conform to the environment. No, you can't do that. No, you can't have that. No, you can't hit your brother. No, you mustn't bite. Don't bite your brother. And that's where the training starts. Take all that training away, you have a beast there.
1, 2, 3, let's go.
Wednesday afternoon, hoping you will tune into our show. It's hosted by Cuz. He'll introduce the gang who'll make the show go with a bang.